Hey guys, welcome to another TGun Customs video. I'm TGun coming back with you another video. This time I've got what I was going to do last time, and it's my Custom Lego Stormtroopers. Like what I said in the last video, I've been working on these guys on and off over the year, and I was going to review these guys in the last one, but then I wanted to review a couple of minifigures for Star Wars Last Jedi since that was coming out, so I decided I'll push this video back for another couple of days and then review them. So yeah, but anyway, so I've been working on these minifigures on and off over the year. I finished this guy up earlier in the year, and then I had started on, and I had these two half done, him half done, and then I just did these three recently. I'm finally glad that they're finished, and yeah, so without further ado, let's have a look at these minifigures. So here we have the first trooper, which I have just been calling it the Aquatic Stormtrooper, simply because when I first originally made this one, it was planned to be the sort of Stormtroopers that would like go underwater and do, like, I don't know, water missions and whatnot. So, yeah, it's the Aquatic Stormtrooper. I made, like I said, this was the first one I actually made, and I really like how he turned out. Starting off with his accessory, now, all of these weapons, besides one, is from Brick Arms, which I'll leave a link to the Brick Arms store in the description below. I pretty much had the Star Wars rifle. I did nothing to it besides paint it. Originally, I had like this similar blue that's on the Stormtrooper here over the blast, but then I decided, nah, I think the black would be a better color. I just left it black. I just went over in a matte black. So that's pretty much it for Blaster. This guy turned out pretty cool. I think he might be my least favorites compared to the other Stormtroopers. I still like this guy, it's just that I think I prefer the other Stormtroopers over this one. Anyway, his helmet's just a standard, well, just ignore that face. His helmet's just a standard Star Wars Rebels Stormtrooper helmet. Now, all these minifigures, all these Stormtrooper minifigures started out as one of the Rebels Stormtroopers. So, because I think a couple years ago on New Year's Eve, I bought a whole bunch of these, like, Star Wars Rebels Stormtrooper battle packs. So, I have heaps of them. And I decided, hey, I'll customize 7 and make different Stormtroopers. So his helmet's a regular Stormtrooper helmet, just ignore that, it's what I was using as a placeholder, and the paint has just stuck it on. Anyway, so it's a regular Stormtrooper helmet, which I painted blue over the top, and I took one of these new breather pieces, or newish breather pieces, I think came out in, like, one of the DC sets, and I cut it up and glued it onto the front, and I thought, you know what, because they'll be underwater, they'll need something way to breathe, so that's why I've got one of these on there. Leaving the helmet off, you can see I just painted over the top here in this light blue color, and down here, and I went over in black, in like, because this is where, on an actual Stormtrooper, where the black would be, so I painted black, black on the arm, taking off one of the arms here. On the side here, you can just see there's just a black up over the hole here. Now, on the arms, I did blue shoulder, black over here, and what I noticed this is pretty much, I was following some Stormtrooper design, different lines and these vents or whatnot. On the back, it's just a really simple backpack, which I thought a Stormtrooper would have. It's just pretty much what you get with the spacesuit of Batman. I pretty much grabbed that and threw it on here. On the back, you can kind of see I painted blue around the, I don't know what it is, like the backpack there, but because I can't take off the head, I can't really take it off to show you guys, but I don't really take it off anyway. I don't know why I painted it. Knee pads and belts was cut out of card, which I then glued on and painted up in this blue color. You can see the belt buckle and the other pouches, and on the front, it's just got these other bits here, and then it's just blue boots, and then the black coming around, and they continue on to the back, and even inside the legs there. That's pretty much it for the Stormtrooper. I like how he turned out. Like I said, it's not my favorites amongst all of these guys. Anyway, now let's go have a look at my Jetpack Trooper. Here's my custom Jetpack Trooper. Now, I believe this was the second Stormtrooper that I actually made after the Aquatic Stormtrooper. Now, I'm going to try and go in order of what Stormtroopers are made, when and where and whatnot. So, yeah. So, I gave him this Rebel sniper rifle. I believe it's a Rebel gun, which I just gave to him. Now, I actually lost his other one. This was actually a spare I had laying around. The other one had a bit of purple just along these strips here, and I think I've dropped it or something, and I'm having trouble finding it, so for the time being, I'm just giving him this gun, but just know that his actual gun just has this purple just along here. So, no, he doesn't have a mouth or anything, but yeah, so for his helmet, I've just painted some purple in the back here, so all the helmets look a bit different. Take off his head. Now, all the belts look pretty much the same. I didn't do any other 3D elements for any of the other Stormtroopers besides from the Heavy. I just didn't want to cut up heaps of card and whatnot, so I ended up just painting over the belt, because it looks fine, and I haven't done any other 3D elements. It's only the Aquatic Stormtrooper where I've glued on card to do 3D elements, so yeah. Anyway, with his torso up the top here, I got a bit of purple painted up at the top. On his back, I've just painted up one of these Stormtrooper backpacks that you get in Battlefront, set, which are just painted up and around in purple, which is a little bit of a pain to do, but I like how it turned out. On the back, it's just a continuation of the purple belt, which, as you can see in the front, which I left a little bit of white and whatnot. On the arms, I painted the shoulders and a stripe running down in purple, and then I've also painted a purple elbow pad, which I also outlined. And I really like how that turned out. Kind of looks a bit blue, but it is purple. On his legs, it's just a regular Stormtrooper legs, which is just painted from like the knees down, and just a continuation. So yeah, this one does seem a little bit higher, but oh well, I like how it turned out. Yeah, it's just purple on the insides. So yeah, I know it looks a little bit blue with this lighting. It is purple. Well, at least on my camera, it looks a little bit blue, but it is purple. I can guarantee that. And yeah. So, that's pretty much it for this trooper. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go have a look at the medic. Now, I think out of this lineup, I actually did have the heavy made next, but I don't know. I'll just go with the medic now. I can't remember the exact order of when I made these minifigures, so we'll just go with this guy. So anyway, here's my medic trooper. I really like how he turned out. There's a little bit of sculpting on him, which I'll get to in a minute. I actually had to go over this minifigure in like a flat red, because the other red wasn't the best red paint, so I just went over in like a flat red to match it up, so yeah. Anyway, I've given him this Star Wars pistol. I have a feeling it's a Clone Wars Star Wars pistol. If you know where this pistol is from, please let me know in the comments below. I just saw it on Brick Arms. I'm like, hey, that looks like the Star Wars pistol, I'll grab a couple of them. Yeah, I just don't know where it's from, if it's from the Clone Wars series or whatnot, so yeah, please let me know. Anyway, so on the helmet, I've just got a plain helmet, which I painted all the front here in red, and then I just went over where the vents on the side was in black, just to add them. On the top here, I've got this red medic symbol, so the red plus, and then on the back, I've also got the med cross as well. I've added the red cross throughout the figure as well. I'm removing this black head, just plain black head, just holding the helmet on. For the torso, it's pretty simple. I just painted this middle section in red, painted the belt on this side red, so I think for most of the Stormtroopers actually just have this similar belt design where I just paint everywhere here in red, and then just the belt buckle is just in white. I painted the red cross up here on the chest as well. On the back, I actually sculpted a little bit of a backpack. Now, when I was finishing off this figure not that long ago, because I had sculpted this ages ago, I thought to myself, why didn't I make a bigger backpack? Because, you know, as a medic, you would probably carry more medical supplies. So if you think I should re-sculpt this backpack, let me know in the comments below, and I might re-sculpt and make a bigger backpack for it. Pretty small backpack, painted it in flat white, and then I've gone over and made all the other backpack details. On the back of the belt, I've got red, which actually goes all the way around. Now I used dark red arms here. I just thought to be different, and I was going to paint more dark red on the arms, so I thought, hey, I'll just go with Lego's dark red arms. Looks a bit inaccurate to the paint, but it doesn't bug me too much. I went over the middle bit here in a flat white, and then I also made sure to add the crosses on the shoulder pads. I think this one turned out a lot better than this one. But yeah, and then the legs is just, I've gone over in a red colour. It's just gone all around the red boots, and it also shows up in the middle there as well. So, yeah, anyway, that's the medic. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And, yeah, now let's move on to the heavy. So here we have probably my second favourite Stormtrooper that I've actually made out of the whole bunch, the Heavy Stormtrooper. Now this was actually, I think, the first figure I made when I first got my Procreate and started sculpting. So this is my first actual sculpted minifigure, and I love the way how he turned out. So yeah, anyway, starting off with his accessories, I just gave him this Gatling gun. I just saw it lying around, and I thought, hey, this could be used for a Stormtrooper, right? Anyway, no, it's not a Star Wars weapon. I might go on Brick Arms and get a Star Wars Clone Wars minigun, but for the time being, I've just given him this one. But yeah, like I said, I'll probably go back and get a new one, as this is, I don't know, bit inaccurate since it's more of an earthly weapon. So yeah, anyway, for the time being, he's got this. He's a really cool minifigure. I like how it turned out. Yeah, there's a lot of orange, gunmetal, and a dark iron color. For the helmet, it's just a regular helmet. It's just a clone base on there, just ignore that. Started off with a regular helmet, which I painted all orange, going all the way around. I painted some dark iron on the front here, which is this color here. It's like a dark greyish color. And then I was looking at it, I was like, you know what, it looks kind of bland. So I painted some gunmetal on the top, gunmetal on these circle bits and gunmetal on the back, and I think it just adding those little bits of detail just really made it stand out, and I love having this gunmetal detail. So there's a helmet. I removed the head so you can have a better look at the torso. So for his torso, I sculpted on the torso, his chest piece here. I sculpted on the belt, and I sculpted on the back, shoulders, and the knee pads here. Originally this was just painted orange up here, orange belt, orange, pretty much just all these sculpted bits was just originally orange with the dark iron color everywhere else. And I was looking at it, I was like, you know what, it looks really bland, there's barely any detail. So then I added black lining, and then I added some gunmetal for the belts there, so these are meant to be like pouches with the belt buckle there. On the back, you can see the continuation of these gunmetal bits. Come on, legs move. So I've got these gunmetal linings with some dark iron like this, and meant to be like the backpacks, which you would see on your regular Stormtrooper. So I did my best to add them on there. Don't know if I pointed this out, but there's a little bit of detail in the chest there. Sculpted on the shoulders, which was already orange, which just went around gunmetal, and I'd painted the dark iron on the arm here. So these pieces here, they aren't actually sculpted. If you get a Breakthrough Army Iron Man armor, then you'll get these gauntlets for the Iron Man suit. So I had heaps of pairs lying around because I haven't actually used them for any of my Iron Man minifigures. So I thought, hey, these would look cool. So originally I had them, I think, painted in a dark iron color, which I then painted orange around underneath here. And then I just painted some gunmetal on the top here, and I think it looks really cool. Just add the arm back on. And then for the legs, they were just a dark iron color, which I then painted. I sculpted around the fronts, like I already said. Painted orange all the way around, and then I just added some gunmetal for the knee pads here. Gunmetal on the back, and I think it's just plain orange. Oh no, it's not even sculpted in there. So, yeah. And then it's just, I did some gunmetal on the front, on the toes here. So, all in all, I really like how this minifigure turned out. Like I said, I think he might be my second favorite Stormtrooper out of the 7. Let me know what you think in the comments below of what you think of this guy. And if you have any suggestions on how I can improve on him, then let me know. Like I said, I will probably get a better minigun that is a Star Wars gun. But yeah, that's 5 minutes or so on me talking about this minifigure. Let's go ahead and have a look at the other Stormtrooper. So here we have my lime green Stormtrooper, which I've just been calling him the Sniper Stormtrooper. I don't really know what else to call him. Now here's actually one of my newest ones. I actually started a couple of days ago, maybe last week or something. Originally I was going to have another camouflage Stormtrooper, which I actually painted all tan, and then I was going to do camouflage, but it didn't work out. This other Stormtrooper, which I had painted metallic blue and gunmetal, and it just didn't look any good. You couldn't see any of the details or anything like that, so I just made a couple of other Stormtroopers instead, which I think will look a lot better than anything I was planning. Anyway, I've just been calling him the sniper rifle guy, simply because this, I think it's a Brick Warriors gun. I'll leave a link in the description below. Brick Warriors gun, I had this lying around, I thought, hey, this looks kind of like a Star Wars gun. So I just gave it to him, and I know it's not a Star Wars gun, and it's not used in any Star Wars movies or TV shows or anything, but you know what, I don't care. I like how it looks, and I think it suits Stormtrooper. Now, I haven't painted it. This is actually the color it comes in. I might go over and paint it though, but we'll see. Anyway, so helmet, it's, whoa, hello, my old Trevor head. Anyway, so I've painted on the, like, this big green stripe coming all the way around onto the back of the Stormtrooper helmet, and I really like how this turned out. Now, for this one, I wanted to do something different, because the majority of the figures I had, like, the painted chest plates or the painted middle parts and whatnot, so I wanted to do something a little different. Yes, I know there's a painted bit there, just leave me alone. Anyway, so, yeah, I painted this collar bit and not the chest armor, and it comes around and it ends here. I painted the belt, and I also went over each of the different sections that you would see on a Stormtrooper belt, like you would see on there. I just went over it in black. It's just continue on the back. On the arms, I just did the green shoulder pads, elbow pads, and these green gauntlets. And then on the bottom here, I've got green boots. It goes up to the knee pad, and it continues on the inside of the legs as well. So this one's really simple, fun to make, simple. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and the green that I used, if you couldn't tell, was a lime green. Anyway, now let's go have a look at the yellow Stormtrooper. So here we have my second to last Stormtrooper. And I like how this guy turned out. Anyway, before I get to the Stormtrooper, we have his weapon. Forget the name of the weapon, but it was on the brick arms side as well. I know it's a rebel weapon, but I thought, hey, these aren't actual Stormtroopers. I just made them up in my mind, and I like the idea of this Stormtrooper having this weapon, so I gave it to him. So I painted the front bit here all in silver, and then I left the rest of it black, and I like how it turned out. Anyway, so for his helmet, whoa, that's my old Zaz head. What are you doing there? Anyway, so for the Stormtrooper helmet, it's just a regular white Stormtrooper helmet, which I painted it like yellow all the way around, similar to the green one, because I liked how that turned out, except I just made the lines thicker, and I think it turned out pretty cool. So for the torso here, I wanted to do something different as well with the torso, so I had a big yellow line going straight down. I painted the front of the belt here yellow as well. I also painted the sides here in yellow. On the back, I painted the back of the belt yellow, and I've just pretty much done similar to the front, so painted similar. It's a little bit messy, but I don't care. Whoa, hello bug. I just killed a bug. Anyway, so for the arms, I just outlined where the elbow pads, shoulder pads, and the gauntlets would be. And I just did a yellow stripe pretty much going down, but I added yellow elbow pads, and I really like how these arms turned out. On the legs here, I just pretty much did the same as this green Stormtrooper, so just did the yellow boots, and it's come up to the inside of this knee pad here, continues around, and it's just yellow. So, yeah, it's pretty simple minifigure to make. Let me know what you think of this guy. And yeah, so there we have this Stormtrooper. To give him his weapon. There we go. And yeah, so let's go ahead and have a look at the last minifigure. So we have the last minifigure for the showcase, and the last Stormtrooper I actually made, which is actually different to originally what I said on TGun Extra. I think my last video, because originally I said I was going to make a pink Stormtrooper, but then I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what, pink looks kind of lame, so I went with a flat blue color, and I love how this guy turned out. I think this might be my favorite Stormtrooper out of the bunch, only just though, because I really do love how the heavy turned out. Anyway, so his weapon was actually a brick arms claw burner, which I thought would work well as a Star Wars blaster, just with the way this barrel is and whatnot. So I cut off the bottom bits here, and then I cut off the giant scope. If I get another claw burner, what I would probably do is cut off the barrel and glue it on here, just to have a double-barreled gun. For the time being, this is the claw burner. So yeah, I'm going to try and find another one and stick another barrel right underneath there, because I reckon it would look pretty cool. So yeah, anyway, this Stormtrooper, I just called it like the Special Forces Stormtrooper, or maybe a 501st Stormtrooper. Up to you. Let me know what you think this Stormtrooper would look like. It looks kind of like a 501st with the blue and whatnot, but just let me know. I've just been calling it the Special Forces. Anyway, that's an old Batman head. Just ignore that. Anyway, so for the helmet here, I've just added 2 lines going around to the back here, and I had 2 stripes coming down the front, because I wanted it to look different than the other Stormtrooper helmets, and I really like how this turned out. On the torso, I have different designs. I've got 2 stripes coming down, 2 stripes on the sides there. The belt is actually painted different, so I've got where the stripes will continue down. It looks like just these stripes just are like continuous. On the back, I just painted around the backpack there in a dark blue, and the back of the belt just in dark blue. The shoulders that I just painted the blue, and it's just pretty much a similar design to this yellow guy, except I did full shoulders instead of just part of a shoulder. And then the boot design is just similar, so it's just flat blue going around. And all in all, I really like how this minifigure turned out. There we have the last Stormtrooper of the showcase. I'm going to stall as I put him back together. Let me know what you think of these guys in the comments below, and we'll go ahead and wrap up this video. Anyway guys, that's it for this Custom Lego Stormtrooper minifigure showcase. Let me know what you think of these guys in the comments below, and let me know your favorite Stormtroopers that I've made. Like I said, I think this one is my favorite, closely followed by the Heavy, closely followed by this purple guy, because I know, I really love how they turned out overall. But yeah, let me know your favorite in the comments below. My next TGun Customs video that I'll be doing will be on my Custom Lego Bat family that I'm working on. So these 3 are actually done. I just need to finish up Red Hood, make Catwoman, make Batman. So yeah, look forward to that next Saturday. So that'll be pretty fun to do. I just need to do the torso and legs for this guy. And I just need to the torso, legs, and head for Catwoman, and then the full figure for the Batman. Just paint up. I think I painted up the eyes, but I just need to paint up the neck and whatnot. Anyway, so yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please go check out my second channel, TGun Extra. I'm going to be doing more content on that. I'm going to be starting my movie reviews, so hopefully in the next day or so, I'll have my review on Star Wars The Last Jedi. Non-spoilers, so please go check that out, as I want to have my second channel grow, and I'm going to be doing updates and movie, game reviews, maybe TV show reviews, and different sort of stuff on that channel. So go check it out. It will mean a lot. So I'm trying to do more content and grow on that channel as well. So like I said, over the next couple of days or so, hopefully I'll have my Star Wars Last Jedi non-spoiler review for you guys. So yeah, and then maybe I might do a spoiler review after that, but we'll see. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share for more. Also check out my Instagram, as you'll see photos on there as well. I'm going to probably post pictures of all of these guys all done and whatnot. So yeah, but anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with my Custom Lego Bat family. I probably won't wait till next Saturday. I might do a video earlier since I'm on holidays and I can work on minifigures and get videos done earlier, so I want to try and get as much videos as I can over the holidays. So yeah, maybe in a couple of days or whatnot, I'm gonna try and get a video out by next Wednesday or Thursday. So if not Saturday, but hopefully Wednesday or Thursday. Anyway, thanks guys.